Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose, and this is my review for Bad Boys Ride or Die, the fourth movie in this 20-some-year long-running franchise. Of course, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. And full disclosure, I wasn't a huge fan of this series to begin with. The first one's okay. The second one, I hate it. I'll be honest, and I'm maybe in a minority, whatever. But the third one kind of brought me back around. Like what they did in the third film. I thought it was very good, very entertaining. So I was looking forward to see if they can kind of duplicate that success. This one here, of course, bringing back the two legends, of course, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Maybe not legends, but whatever. Reprising the roles, of course. The much more weathered, much more seasoned, as I like to say, as someone who's older myself. I consider myself seasoned. Mark Lowry's, of course, Will Smith's, getting married. You got Martin Lawrence's character, going through a near-death experience, kind of changing his outlook on life, if you will. And here they get caught up in trying to clear Captain Howard's name, of course, who died in I think the last film. Now he's being accused of working with the cartel. He's being framed, and of course they want to clear his name, and they end up running for the lives as well because we got the cartel, the members, and our secret bad guys, etc., 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 all coming down on them. Bringing back some of the characters from the last couple of films, with the last film, like his son, of course, Will Smith's son, who's one of the villains in the last movie. Listen, this one here, I gotta admit, the first 20 minutes, I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be a disaster. It felt wonky, wasn't pieced very well. The jokes were not hitting. It was kind of lame. I'm like, this is gonna be a very bad film. I'm very disappointed. But then it kind of finds its footing. It finds its rhythm here, particularly once the story gets going, focusing on Captain Howard's and his legacy, if you will, being his name being dragged through the mud, associated with the cartel and et cetera, et cetera. That's when things kind of just settled in, and we get a lot more. We got the third film. By the end of it, I was like, okay, good. I really enjoyed. I had a really good time with the film. It's not perfect, but it's a lot of fun. And again, the first 20 minutes aside, again, it was just really well done. It was fun. Exactly what you expect out of a Bad Boys film, more in line with the third one. I think I like the third one better, but whatever, it's pretty close. And although it did, listen, there's some issues with suspending disbelief, but it's an action film. It doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest with you. The ending, the third act, like most third acts, go a little bit too long than they need to be, but for the most part, it's funny. The chemistry between these two guys is really good. Even when I didn't like the first couple as much, the first couple of Bad Boys, the chemistry was there between them. I like the jokes. There's some really good bits in there, particularly Martin Lawrence, I think, really steals the show here in terms of the comedy. But the action is really well done, right? And I think, like I said, the comedy-wise, I think is a step down from the last couple of films. But the action, I think, is a step up in the way it's filmed, the way it's put together. Some really cool action sequences. I really enjoyed it. So, again, some really funny bits in there, which I don't want to spoil, but, they're there. But ultimately, listen, is one that I found myself having a good time, and the audience seemed to enjoy it as well. And I got lucky because I think this is a really early screening of it. I think only 6 cities in the country got to see it tonight. It's releasing in about 2 or 3 weeks. But that being said, listen, if you're a Bad Boys fan, this is going to fit right in line, no doubt about it. You're going to get exactly what you expect: good chemistry, good humor, good action, and overall just a fun time. Again, some things are very, I guess, calculated in terms of some of the jokes and some of the the twist or whatever the case is. I mean, from the first 2 minutes, I can okay, that's the antagonist here. It was so obvious, and a lot of things being set up. They're gonna circle back later. So it's not a perfectly written film, but nonetheless, this movie is just about pure entertainment, pure fun, and this really has it. And I really had a good time. I think you guys are gonna have a good time as well. So, Bad Boys, check it out. If you do, let me know. Comment below. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.